Have you ever felt suffocated inside, even when everything seemed fine on the outside? Have you caught yourself trying to control everything around you, people, the future, your feelings, and still felt like the world was controlling you? The truth is, many women live in a constant state of alert. They feel too much. They overthink. They suffer by anticipation. They react without understanding why. And they end up trapped in a silent cycle of exhaustion, self-criticism, and frustration. But what if I told you there's another way? A way where you still feel, but without being a prisoner of your emotions. Where you remain intense, but without losing yourself in internal storms. A way where you act with firmness, respond with awareness, and live with more clarity than ever before. This path exists, and it's called Stoicism. But not just any Stoicism. Today, I want to introduce you to the strength of a Stoic woman. And no, I'm not talking about a cold, insensitive, withdrawn woman. I'm talking about a woman who is alive inside, serene outside, a woman who carries courage in her heart and wisdom in her eyes. But after all, what does it mean to be a Stoic woman? It's knowing that you can feel sadness, pain, anger, but that none of these emotions have the right to dominate you. It's taking a deep breath before exploding. The Stoic woman knows that the world can be chaotic, unfair, unpredictable. She learns to accept what she cannot change. And how does a Stoic woman act? She thinks before she responds, even when she wants to scream. She doesn't bow to fear, nor surrender to pride. She doesn't seek to be admired. She seeks to be true. Who feels but isn't confused by what she feels. The Stoic woman knows that being strong isn't about never crying. This strength isn't born from shouting, it's born from looking inward. This strength has roots in Stoic philosophy, yes, in the boundaries you set. Stoicism emerged in ancient Greece, about 300 years before Christ. It was created by Zeno of Citium and advocated a life guided by reason, virtue, and the acceptance of what we cannot change. But it was in Rome, centuries later, that it truly flourished, with figures like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. However, what almost no one tells is that in this masculine world of philosophy, there were also them. Women who didn't remain silent out of submission, but out of wisdom. It was just forgotten. You gain what no one can take away. Inner freedom. You gain clarity to choose consciously without being pushed by circumstances. You gain peace, not that artificial peace of someone pretending everything is fine, but the real peace of someone who knows that, even if everything isn't fine, you remain whole. You gain strength not to respond to offense. You free yourself from the addiction to please. You begin to feel without being carried away, observe without absorbing, act without depending on the outcome. Being a Stoic woman is being free. Everything. Because when you become a Stoic woman, you stop expecting others to save you. You don't demand perfection, because you've already learned to deal with imperfection in yourself. You become more present, more fair, more profound. Wiser to distance yourself without hatred. To set boundaries without justifying yourself, but they might not know how to explain what. Not being consumed by anger nor by sadness. Being silent, not out of weakness, but out of strength. Being a Stoic is ceasing to be a spectator of life and taking on the role of author. No longer outsourcing responsibility for your happiness. No longer waiting for life to stop hurting, to finally you start living now. With everything you choose to be Stoic, not out of pride, but out of self-love. You don't need to be, and that begins when you decide, today, I choose not to be carried away. Today, I choose to observe, reflect, act with clarity. Today, I choose to be firm, to be free, to be Stoic. Because when a woman becomes Stoic, she doesn't harden. She blooms from within. She becomes root. And no storm uproots a woman who is rooted. If this video touched you, if you felt that these words spoke to forgotten parts of yourself, then subscribe to the channel. Here, we'll grow together. And we will show that being a woman is also being rational, firm, silent, powerful, inside and out. Like, comment, share with other women who need to remember the strength they already possess. The Stoic journey is just beginning, and you are not alone.